Good afternoon, everyone. I just completed watching the movie Straw. I put it off all this time because I didn't want to be reminded of what I had gone through in some parts of my life. But I finally watched it. And I've heard some of the reviews of people. And the one thing I want to get straight so people will understand what they were watching. Some people said they didn't like the ending. But what you failed to realize was that was the beginning. And you were watching a woman in denial behind the death of her child. She kept going like nothing had happened. So that was actually where the movie started. Her in denial. And I can understand that having having had a child to die, my youngest. It takes a while to wrap your head around losing a child. And some people, such as her, go off the deep end. Some people exit reality. And it's not something to take lightly, something that you don't ever get over. It's something that you learn to live with the pain. But I know her struggle. And what got me was some of the people who said, oh, can a black woman catch a break in the movies? Can a black woman catch a break in life? Should be the question. Because this was real. This, the thing she was going through, a lot of people go through. Some parts of it I went through. And I think what got me was when she said the one phrase she said over and over again. A lot of it's financial, a lot of it's, stress. There's a lot that goes on being a single mom. And I, for one, appreciate what Tyler Perry did here. He showed what the majority of us go through. The majority of black mothers, black women, we go through that. And it kind of pissed me off when people want this roses and beautiful stuff. Somebody needs to tell our story. And I'll be honest with you, it brought tears to my eyes from the very beginning because I recognized some of it. And, a lot of people say, oh, we want positive stuff. You know what? We need positive things in real life, not a bullshit movie that makes it seem like, oh, we're so wonderful. Life is so wonderful for us because it's not. Not for the majority of us. The few people who, you know, make it up to this big time thing, that's a few people. And the others who work hard every day to try to stay afloat, that's another group. And then you have the others who can't catch a break. So that was kind of offensive to me because when reality is shown, the people in denial want to act like that doesn't happen to anyone. And it does, it happens every day. You never know. All the financial struggles she has, I know how she's feeling. I know that part of that character. And the part that I know about is having lost a child because some people said, oh, we're going to, you don't have insurance. So we're going to pull the plug. And guess what? They pulled the plug. And there was nothing I could do about it. I had to choose between, you know, holding my child in my arms again or hugging a machine. That was the choice I was given. He finally got covered 3 months after he died. Hmm. And the hospital got paid, but he was robbed of life. So when people talk about they have this snobbish thing, or can a black woman catch a break in film? No, can a black woman catch a break in real life? It's tough out there. And guess what? The thing she says nobody cares, nobody cares. They will watch you sink into the muck and the mire and shake their head and go tisk, tisk, tisk and move right along. I've seen it. I've seen it happen to others. I've seen it happen to me. So when someone says a black woman can't catch a break in film, let's talk about catching a break in real life. I found the movie to be outstanding because Tyler Perry knows, he sees, he knows what is really going on out there in this world. And it's probably a conglomerate, a compilation of people he has known and what they've been through and what they had to go through. And that's a story that needs to be told because it's part of our story currently, not historically, currently. It's still going on and it always has. But, those people who are doing so well in life, let me tell you about life. You're either going to catch it in the beginning or you're going to catch it at the end. And you might catch it all the way through. Who knows? But my analogy of life itself, I compare it to a roller coaster ride. Because first you're going up, 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 up. Then suddenly, down you go. A deep dive. Then you climb back up, 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 up. And then you hit a level thing where you're just going straight. And suddenly you get jerked to the left, then you get jerked to the right, and you go down again and up again. That's life. Life is a roller coaster ride. And you don't have any options other than to ride it out. You have to steady yourself and pray through it. I've done it. I know many other people have done it. And I know people who've done it who don't want to tell anybody that they've done it. As for me, I'm telling you, I've done it. I've been through it. And for him to tell that part of our history, of our experience, took a lot of courage. So I don't have any problem with the story. Some people say, oh, it's far fetched. No, it's not. It's something, you ever heard of something called Murphy's Law, where it's one thing after the other? Hmm? That happens. That actually happens. And you can't, it's like it's a sequence of events that just happen all at the same time. Roller coaster in full effect, and all you can do is steady yourself and hold on and endure the ride. I remember when I was on a real roller coaster as a child, and my cousin was sitting next to me. It was horrible. And I told her, all I could say is, pretend like you're in the car with mama. Just close your eyes and pretend like you're in the car with mama. Because my mother would drive like that. But yeah, I think it was an excellent movie. I think it was an excellent truth. It was on point. And the other thing I want to say about, I want to give Tyler Perry a shout out about, is for having Sinbad in the movie. See, a lot of people, once Sinbad got sick, had that stroke and everything, people just went in another direction. I even had somebody say, I don't care how he's doing. I'll be damned. Yeah, somebody said that. They know who they are. But the point is that here this man made us all laugh so much back in the day. Then when he gets sick, we throw him away. That's what happens in this country, in this society. We throw away people. So I have to give him points for hiring him, because he could have hired anybody else. But he hired Sinbad. And I'd have to give him a shout out for that. And the other thing I give him a shout out for, Tyler Perry a shout out for, when the Prince of England, Prince Harry, and his wife, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, needed to find a secure place to live because of things that were going on once they left the monarchy. Guess who opened a door to one of his homes to them, say, here, stay here. This is your new home. That's where they are to this day. And so, got to give them a shout out for that. See, people want to criticize people for what they hear on these little gossip things and criticize this and criticize that. But, you know, give him some acclaim for what he's done in real life for people. So, out of 5 stars, I give the movie 5 stars. I give Tyler Perry 2 thumbs up. And out of a 10, I give it a 10. Because it took courage to do this. Because there's going to be some blowback from the Black community, because we don't want to be portrayed like that. It's not a matter of portrayal, it's a matter of reality. And there's no help. You know, this truth, people do work 2 jobs and still can't make ends meet. People do get evicted just when they almost have the money and they get evicted. That's reality. And there's no help. And the help that does exist is now being slowly taken away. So miss me with the criticism of this film, because it was on point, and from the beginning, it had a witness in me. And I can tell you, life is not easy. And if you can endure it, and you work your way through it and pray your way through it and steady your way through it, you know, that's a good thing. And that's what you have to do. That does not mean that you didn't have hard times. That does not mean that uh, you're better than anybody because you survived. What it means is that you survived and you endured and you got to a place of peace. But miss me with the criticism. This was a great film. It deserves accolades. It deserves everything. It deserves especially the respect of the Black people who want to criticize it for having a Black woman being shown in a position of vulnerability and poverty and hardship. Those are the people you need to watch, because if they got a problem with that and ain't doing nothing to try to help somebody and to help people in that situation, if they don't want to acknowledge it, then they're living in a false reality, because that is real. And I can tell you for a fact that I know that it's real. And I appreciate someone telling that story. All you fakes out there, go away. Have a great day.